Hello everybody and welcome to another video. It's me, the Subtle Ostrich, and in today's video we're going to be having a quick look at some Alpha Engine settings that I've set up for my testing place for Operation Greenlight, which, by the way, I will be releasing some updates to it pretty soon as I'm working on the gun system, which will not be Alpha Engine. This is kind of just to test out the map and stuff, which will be a bank, by the way. It's not really that impressive, but it's a start, and I'm testing out my building skills, which you can see aren't really that good. And there's only like a couple free models. Anyway, yeah, we're going to be looking at some settings that I've set up for Alpha Engine, so let's get straight into it. This was requested to me by this guy right here. Yeah, this is not scripted at all. We're using the free version of Alpha Engine, so you can do it however you want, and I'll have my tutorial linked down below as well as the plugin linked down below so you can use it. Yeah, so we're going to be looking at we're not using the assets. We have the zip ties, but we're not really going to be using those. Attachments, we're not going to be using any attachments for this, and we're only going to be talking about global configs, showing off the guns and everything. So first off, let's look at the config mods for some of the pistol. The G17 and the Risi 14 are going to be the guns that we're going to be using today. Fire rates are realistic, and we're going to be using semi-auto 600 rounds per minute for it, and 3-round burst. Burst is not enabled on this gun. We're only going to be using semi-auto, and we have 4 mags and 17 rounds in the cartridge, which is the amount. Headshot is going to be 100 for both guns, and for this gun, 40 damage for the torso, and arms and legs are going to be 35 damage. Shot spread's 2, so the spread between shots, which realistically should be about 1, actually about 5 for testing, and we're just going to lower that to around 2 for that. Gun recoil is going to be 40, and the gun recoil max is going to be 70. That's what you're not aiming in, and the aim gun recoil is 16, which does not make any sense. So we're going to be setting it to 25, and this is going to be for 45. Kickback is 6, and kickback max is 8, and aim kickback is 3, and aim kickback max is 6, which is pretty good. -1 and 1, yeah, all this. Just copy all this, and you should be good. We can bolt, and there will be slide lock, by the way. Basically meaning that when you empty out the mag, the slide will go back all the way. So yeah, all of this is kind of just animation stuff, so we won't really be looking at that. For the Risi, we're using 5.56 by 45, and the mag count is math.huge for some reason, which doesn't make sense considering that we had an option up here, which would be 4. So actually it'll be 5. So if you see that, that basically just means it's probably infinite, I think. Yeah. And aim zoom is 60, and alt aim zoom is 60. This kind of just depends on your gun, so if it's too zoomed in, you can zoom it out by reducing the number, and if you want to zoom it in more, you can increase the number. Burst number, fire rate's 600 also, which, depending on your gun, you can search it up how many was your round of firing, but that's just what I felt comfortable with. Fire mode is automatically on auto. Yep. And can select fire is semi, auto, and burst enabled. No bolt action, explosive, or shot enabled. Shot means shotgun, explosive means grenade launcher, and bolt means sniper or something. Or like single shot pistols, you know. Head is 100, base is 70, and limbs are 45. So you can decrease or increase that depending on your weapon. Like, because this is 5.56 by 45, that's probably going to one-tap you in the head unless you're wearing armor. And base, yeah, that's fine being 70. I probably won't survive a shot. Shot spread is 2, aim shot spread is 1, which is completely fine. That's basically just the spread in between your bullets, so a different recoil pattern you can create by using this. Gun recoil is going to be 40, gun recoil max is 55, aim gun recoil is 30, aim gun recoil is 45. Just kick all that. I noticed while testing out this weapon that this is like way too much apparently. While testing it out. That's just my fault because I did this beforehand and it's a lot. So instead I'm going to be using 10 to 25. And sidekick is completely fine. That's basically just how it shoots from your sides. And I probably wouldn't mess around with cam recoil if I were you. But you can if you want. Cam bolt and can slide lock. Cam bolt is true, can slide lock is false. So that's basically all you just need to know. By the way, we're also using R15, I think, for this. And for the global config, these are the settings. Walk intensity is 0.11 with walk NM speed 10, aim walk intensity 0.02, and aim walk speed 7. You can basically just pause the video and look at all this, but this is just, it tells you what it is. This is a first person only, and when you get shot, it will show blur, anti-team kill, lights out, you can shoot lights out, and you can break glass. These are just variables. I mean, numbers for cam intensity. There's a B-hop cooldown, and we're forcing first person. Toggleable leaning is added to false, so you need to hold it down for both aiming and leaning. And there will be shot ejection, and there's a flinch multiplier when you get shot, so you'll flinch. No ammo drop for this, and basically all these are no. And no detain. UI settings is that there's no crosshair and no damage indicator, so realism, I guess. Tracers are enabled. And for the guns, they're also modified by their parts. So let me get this out of the way and let me demonstrate. So those are the settings you can change in replicated storage, but I don't know why I closed that. If you go over to models over here, you can actually configure settings for the gun. So for instance, you can change sizes, but mostly I change around. If you go over to the grip part, you can change sounds. And change how loud they are. Simply by going over to why am I so stupid? Volume, here. So you can just lower it if you want. So if you want it to be basically 0, you don't hear it. But if you want it to be really loud, I apologize. There. So it wasn't that bad. So just roll it back depending on how loud or profound you want your stuff to be. That's basically just noises for the grip part. For the fire part, it's a lot more different. Fire is basically the shot, how loud you want it to be. You can also do stuff such as add chorus sound effects, distortion, pitch shift, reverb, echo, equalizer. Very important stuff personally. So for instance, for reverb, it'll roll off a bit. So you can change the density and decay time a bit so that it sounds a bit different and it serves your purpose a little bit more. So priority, what? I don't know what any of this means. You kind of just fiddle around with it till the gun sounds cool. But for me, I just increase it and I hope it sounds good. Otherwise, I will have to redo it. That's actually very wrong. It won't let me do that. So that probably means that I can't do it. Yeah. So now the fire should sound, wow, different. So that probably means that I did something very bad, and now I have to lower this to like 2 and this to like -5. So hopefully that doesn't sound. It still sounds terrible. What is going on? So that basically just depends on you and how you want to change your game for different purposes. I'm going for realistic right now, so that probably just means loud, scary, expensive. $30 for rating. That sounds a bit better and a little bit more profound. So that's kind of what I'm talking about. Yeah, and I don't like how it sounds wet. It sounds bad. Does that sound better? Okay, that sounds cool now. And flash is basically just like the flash when you shoot your gun. I have it set already, so it looks cool. Bolts has bolt forward, bolt backward, which are both sounds. Yeah. I did the same for Reese, for the Reese's Puff. I'm trying to be funny. Overheat and smoke is basically just like a smoke part in there that emits smoke. So you can change how much smoke there is. We will find out the consequences of my actions. Z offset. So on the Z axis on here, it shows how much goes to this part, I think. Hopefully that's good. Lifetime is like 5, so that's how long it lasts, the smoke. A gun does not, it lasts long. So like that, and then, does that work? It works. The rate is gonna, I want it to be like a lot. Like a lot. That is not a lot, that is a lot. That's 100,000. Million for it. And the rotation is 0 to 360, so it like goes this way. Rot speed, make it fast, I guess. I don't know. And spread angle is 60. So now if we start up the game, which now you can see the consequences of our actions, it's ours now. We can see that this is cool now. I will admit that it looks pretty cool, and I don't regret a single thing. There's a small problem. This is realistic, right? Okay, so like, once you shoot, see, there's a spread in between bullets, so that's what I'm talking about. Which is called recoil. Or like spread, I guess. Yeah. So we have 129 bullets for some reason, which is fine. So copy all the settings except for the running thing. It looks bad, I guess. Like this looks fine. It's with the camera, I guess. But hey, it looks cool. It is cool. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Let me know what I should do next. And get out of the way. It's summer, so let me know what I can do for stuff. So yeah, have a good day. And now I have to do this so I can turn off OBS.